Good afternoon. My name is Christopher Carroll, and this is my narration for my interview at this time. Now, my main circus is to get this interview good and running. I'm not much of a person at this. This is my first time doing this type of interview stuff, so I try the best I can. Now, has anyone that attends WCC ever heard of a group that is for young men called Black Male Hispanic Initiative? I want to know, has anybody ever heard of it? Now, I recently sat down and did an interview with Professor Donnie Simmons about BMHI, about, why it was formed and the great reasons of it was formed. Now, Professor Simmons says where graduation rate are concerned, there seems to be a low percentage graduation with men of color. And WCC and I have come up with reasons why men of color are not graduating. And the main reason he says that is because he feels that not a lot of men that attend are actually graduating at the speed of light. Then there was another question I had asked about recruitment. There was a lot of stuff that was in. We talked about recruitment. We talked about why they could be dropping out. We talked about why a group was formed and a lot of good things. Now, my second bridge, that was my first bridge, by the way, with the graduation rate. My second bridge, Professor Simmons says that reason that young men drop out of WCC is because they have a large responsibility at home. And in addition, many young men assume a caretaker and breadwinner position, and they intend to drop out of school, get work, and help the family because they are families of property. They could be struggling at home, and that's a main serious reason of why young men drop out of school. Now, he said that he had when he first started, it was like 200 men. But like he said, basically it's about a caretaker position and a breadwinner position. That's why young men are basically dropping out at this time. They're dropping out because of a caretaker and breadwinner position. And they have to stay at home, help their families that are struggling at this time. My third bridge had to come due to that why people were leaving early, and he says it's because you also have individuals that are transferring to another college after they graduate from WCC because I have the information to add to the narrative. That's why these young men are happy to have someone like Professor Simmons in his position to monitor what these young men are doing and to make sure that they graduate on time and not to mess up. That's what he meant. That's what he meant by that, because of that the academic probation rate is now 2.2, and he has kept a good job with everything at this time. That's why it's great to have him. And then for the fourth bridge, there was no bridge at the time for the fourth bridge because didn't need a bridge. It was basically about what the group was for. The group is for blacks, Hispanics, other men of color, and it also has individuals of Indian background across the diaspora. Now, there are speakers such as Professor Williams from Career and Development, speakers from the Academic Support Center, and Professor Ramsey, who is also in charge of scholarships. These speakers come in, they tend to take care of things that are needed for the community, for these young men. So every other Wednesday, he brings in Professor Simmons says he gets somebody to come in, speak to class, get them to know about academics, career and counseling, the Academic Support Center, whole bunch of things, different groups on campus, and that's a very main reason why it's based about this. It's very based. And that right there is my leads in the bridge. This was Christopher Carroll reporting from WCC News, and I hope that you enjoy your day, and I hope you were able to understand what Black Male Hispanic Initiative was all about. Thank you very much. God bless you. Enjoy your day.